15 years.
15 years?
Hey. I want to try something. I want to try to say something new that I haven't already told you in the last 15 years.
Okay. I'll do the same.
I like the way you think. Your opinion is always the only one I really care about.
My mom told me she finally realized what she needs from a man. She needs to feel like he thinks she's special. But that's how you make me feel.
And you are special.
No. But you make me feel like I am.
Look at this.
You know what I've observed about you? Over all the years we've been together, it seems like the two things that make you happiest are when I tell you I'm baking something.
Oh, this cake is unbelievable, yeah.
And when I ask you if you want to have sex.
Well, yeah.
Maybe that's what all men want most from their wives, you know? Food and sex. It's like their two most basic physiological needs being met by their partner. But there's gotta be something else. What about recognition and praise? That's gotta be high on everyone's list. Okay, here's a question. Which would you rather? A blowjob? Or I give you compliments for 5 minutes straight?
A blowjob. I like when you give me compliments, but...
I know. A hand job. That way I can tell you how great you are at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see how your brain works? Should we try that? This one's already folded.
It's weird that everyone dies. The most dramatic, suspenseful premise ever. And it's not a movie, you know? You, that is you, are going to die one day, and you don't know when or how.
Wait, why are you singling me out? Are you anticipating it, or...?
No, it's just invigorating. I am going to die. Oh, it's terrifying. Or a relief. Katie Couric is going to die.
Yes. Yes, she is. But the question is...
How much time do you have left? Short amount? Long amount?
Yeah, that. And what do you do with the time that you have?
Are you spending it the way you should? The way you want to?
Did you write today?
No.
You should just write something new. Just anything.
I will. I'm going to.
Kim, your book is great. I mean, that's the success. Just having created something that's great. People are going to discover it over time. They will. It'll be read.
Thank you.
Absorbed. I didn't even notice time going by.
Well, that's what they say happiness is, right? Absorption.
It's an incredible debut. This novel reminded me of what it was like to be a child.
Cultivating relationships on social media eats up hours every day. Reading other people's feeds and coming up with interesting responses that are actually worth reading. And everyone acts like they're just hanging out, you know, but really, everyone is selling something.
I don't know what to tell you. If you think you can put out a book without promoting it on social media, well, it's naive. The future is digital, that's all. End of story.
I'll keep at it.
How many followers do you have on Twitter?
About 300.
My 15-year-old daughter has 45,000.
I know. Her tweets are really good.
Look, we're abandoning our business model. Instead of authors, we're now going to pursue creators of digital content.
Okay.
So I can't represent you anymore, but you're a good writer. It's just, you know, the novel is dead. Publishing is dead.
I think there's always going to be people who want to read novels.
It's not profitable, except for a few authors at the very top.
Supposedly book sales are higher than ever. People are reading ebooks.
Well, they're not buying your book. I'm sorry. None of our clients' books are doing great right now. That's why we're changing direction.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everything you've done for me and my book.
Thank you. Let's keep in touch.
Okay. Bye.
I'm sure you'll be able to get another agent when your next book is done.
It's exciting that you and Alex were in the trades today. I can't believe the show is gonna go.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it either. It's crazy.
You're finally gonna be running your own TV show. You work so hard.
Yeah. If we can just make this a hit, then we can get one of our own pilots made.
Yeah.
The hours are going to be long, though. We're not going to be able to spend as much time together. You know how you always say couples that stick together stick together.
No, it'll be okay. I'll use the extra time alone to write. Ideas. 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 Please, God. Ideas. Idea. Ideas. What is the point?
I found our lead actress.
Yeah?
She's in that group of headshots we got today. Her name is Brittany Slayton.
Is she funny?
Who cares? Look at her.
You're going to care when we start shooting and she has to deliver one of your jokes.
We'll get an audience just because of how she looks. Let's just watch her reel together tomorrow.
Okay. Hi.
Lori told me about some news show today where they did this experiment. They gave women the choice of dating either a short guy with a prestigious job and a great salary, or a tall guy who had a dead-end job, was broke, and had a lot of debt. All the women chose the tall guy. I just think it sucks not giving short guys a chance.
Well, it's the same as men wanting to be with a woman just because she's beautiful, right?
I like how personality is the great equalizer. You know, if a person has charisma, doesn't matter if they're not conventionally attractive. People want to be with them.
You know, supposedly one of the traits of charismatic people is that they're good listeners. Like Bill Clinton, people say that when he's talking to you, you feel like he's completely focused on you, like you're the most important person in the world.
When Isak Dennison would talk to people, she'd open her eyes really wide and refrain from blinking as if she were trying to entrance them.
Wow.
It made her seem affected, but really, she was just insecure. Her whole problem was self-confidence. Maybe she wouldn't have become a great writer if she didn't have something to prove.
Maybe that's what drives anyone who becomes great. They have something to prove.
Yeah. I want to read you something that she wrote.
Yeah.
Reality had met me such a short time ago in such an ugly shape that I have no wish to come into contact with it again. Somewhere in me, a dark fear was still crouching, and I took refuge within the fantastic like a distressed child in his fairy tales. I did not want to look ahead and not at all to look back.
That's good.
How are you doing?
I keep fantasizing about leaving everything. Not just John, but also Philly, this house.
You just gotta hang in there. You're going to make it through this. It's like you gotta rip off the mother of all Band-Aids.
Yeah,
But once you do,
I'll be free.
I'm ready. I want it noted, and I'm just gonna sit here totally still. Because normally when I see that you're still getting ready, I'll keep fiddling around, and then later when we're late, you'll think it was because of me.
I know it's me this time, but it's usually you.
It's not always me. That's not true.
Then how come every time I have a lunch or appointment by myself, I am on time? Okay, wait. Let's get back to Lisa. So you know she's not typically a snoop. Isn't that her style? Actually, though, doesn't everybody snoop sometimes? I mean, I've done it.
What, with me? With my stuff?
No, not with you.
Okay.
Anyway, John stays at work till like 10 o'clock every night because they avoid going to bed at the same time. Because the bedroom is intimate, obviously. And if you're having problems... Anyway, John works late, comes home, watches sports news while polishing off a bottle of wine, and passes out on the sofa. Lisa comes down to the kitchen for a glass of water, notices his cell phone on the dining table, and it makes a noise, signaling he got a text.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a selfie from some blonde.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Blonde said, "Hey, hottie, you want to hang this weekend?"
What are they, like fucking 20-year-olds or something?
Thank you.
It's crazy.
You know, Lisa said, even though she's not in love with him anymore and she's told him she wants a divorce, it was like getting punched in the stomach.
Of course.
But she's like, what else is on his phone?
Yeah.
So she starts clicking through his texts, and there are tons of him asking different women out for drinks.
Oh my goodness. Are these women our age or are they younger?
Lisa thinks they're our age. She thinks maybe he went to college with some of them.
Okay.
Probably the only way he's gonna get someone younger is if he drives some flashy car or something.
That's funny.
But he has no money because his business isn't doing well and he refuses to get a job because 9-to-5s are for suckers, right? And meanwhile, Lisa is working her ass off trying to pay the bills so their water doesn't get shut off.
Jesus, that's terrible.
And you know what he says to her?
What?
I just wish you'd be happy. Maybe that's what all men want, right? You know, just for their wives to smile and be happy. You know what? I get it. I understand it. It's like, welcome home, honey, here's your cake. Like,
And that's how you are, you know? Right?
that's how you see me?
Yeah, you're always happy.
Well, except for now.
Really?
I have no idea what my purpose is. I mean, when I was writing my book, I felt like I was doing something that mattered. But if it turns out you're not successful at whatever it is you do...
People love your writing, though, Kim.
But if
Come
I'm
on.
not getting paid for it, and only a handful of people know or care about it, I can't help but wonder if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Your writing is validated by success. You are continually working on TV shows or selling pilots, and you're paid well. It is great that you have confirmation of your talent. Meanwhile, oh my God, we're so late.
I was ready. Shannon.
Hi.
Hey, it was so good to see you at the reunion.
Yeah. But I've changed.
You look great. You remember homecoming? We didn't even make it to the dance. We just sat out in the parking lot and made out in my car. Who knew that kissing for so long could be such a turn on? But I guess we did more than just kiss.
I don't believe in climate change.
Don't ruin it.
What if you've been losing weight and working out because you want to date?
I do not want to date. I'm married to a crazy person.
Actually, I wish I really were nuts. I'd have more followers on Twitter. Besides celebrities, the people who do best on Twitter are the pretty girls who are nuts. Like models who get into insult wars with people or say crazy shit about their sex life.
Yeah. You know, Alex has been doing online dating.
How's it going?
She says that all the guys post pictures of their motorcycle or truck, and all the girls post pictures of their cats.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like everyone's speaking the wrong language to each other.
Can you imagine online dating?
No. She says that no one looks like their photo. When she goes to meet them for coffee or whatever, they look totally different than their picture. It's crazy.
Well, it's tricky. I mean, you have to have photos that are good enough to catch guys' attention, but not so good that they're disappointed when they meet you.
Yeah, she says some of the guys will post pictures of themselves like shirtless. What are you doing?
Must be like a primal thing?
Yeah, it's like, this is what I look like naked. I want to see what you look like naked. Yeah.
You look good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Chris is constantly hooking up with girls he meets online. I don't think he goes out with anyone twice. They just have sex and keep moving.
Kim, he's in his 20s.
But isn't it weird that we miss that? Apparently people spend their 20s balling everyone in sight. But not us. Do you wish now that you'd been single in your 20s?
No.
Oh, you are lying. This is what dishonesty in a marriage looks like.
Would I rather have been single in my 20s than date you? No.
You would do very well if you were single now.
Kim, guys would be throwing themselves at you.
I have at least 5 friends who would gleefully step over my dead body to get to you.
No one would be as good as you. I'd be screwed. Seriously.
How's it going with the mediator?
Okay, so far. If we can just keep being civil to each other, the divorce will only cost about $5,000.
When Lisa and John first got together, I was envious of them because it seemed like they were more in love than anyone had ever been in the history of the world. And then basically right after they got married, they started having problems. They were in counseling the first year. It seems like people make the decision to get married when they're in a state of heightened emotion. But emotions are fleeting and marriage is not. It is hard as hell to get out of. So, no one should ever get married.
Well, some would say that's why you get married, because it helps you stay put when you're experiencing fleeting emotions.
It's just so weird that Lisa was married for 17 years and now she'll be dating again. I mean, can you imagine having sex with strangers? I just described some people's fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Sex with strangers. Yeah. I'm really sensitive to how people smell, even just assuming they're showered and clean.
That's funny. That's actually one of the questions on the dating apps.
Really?
Yeah, Alex says they ask you to rate how important everything is to you, and that's one of the things. How important is it that your date smells good?
Very important.
Yeah. I don't like when women wear tons of perfume.
I like when men wear cologne.
Maybe I should wear cologne more often.
No, I don't care about you wearing it. You smell good without it.
No, but if you like cologne, maybe I should wear it.
No. Maybe it would help.
Maybe it would help?
What?
Did you say maybe it would help? Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I didn't know what I was saying. I was thinking about something else, and then I'm sorry.
Why don't we have sex anymore?
We do.
It's been forever.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, that's a long time. What is it? Are you not attracted to me anymore?
You know I'm attracted to you.
Then what is it?
I think I just meant that cologne makes me think of sex. I just need something to remind me of sex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Hey. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I am attracted to you.
What are you doing?
I want to drink it hot first and then switch to iced. I want it both ways. How'd casting go today?
Good. We had a girl come in to audition that was surprisingly good. We all liked her, all the writers. She was a little ditzy, but very funny.
What's her name?
Brittany. You know what I noticed today? Everyone that came in to audition had striking eye color, like blue or green eyes that got everyone's attention. I bet the reason they got into acting was because when they were growing up, people would comment on their eyes and it would make them feel special.
I believe it.
Yeah.
George Clooney has brown eyes. So is she attractive?
Who?
Brittany.
Yeah, she's cute.
What's her last name?
Slayton, I think.
See, it's little things like this. Just chip away at trust. Are you seriously pretending to be unsure of her name?
What? What?
I'm trying to decide what I'll do if you leave me for this actress.
I'm not gonna leave you.
Manhattan. Some kind of finance guy. Not the shady type. He just was always brilliant at math. And he has impeccable ethics.
There's no such person.
Fine.
Yeah.
If I were single, I could redecorate as often as I like. Change up the whole damn house whenever I want. Meanwhile, I hope you're ready to play therapist and personal assistant to your actress wife as she careens between breathtaking narcissism and debilitating insecurity. The great thing about actors is you always know where you stand. They're number one.
Why do you do this? Huh?
I like to be prepared for any outcome. Like anyone, I'm trying to avoid suffering.
Well, if we break up, we'd both suffer. Even if I marry an actress and you end up with a finance guy.
Yeah. Nervous.
You gotta commit or you're gonna make a mess. Commit, commit, commit! Yeah. No, she used that book club. Yeah. Once a week? Once a week, yeah. No, but she's doing great. She's doing really good. What's that? Well, look, I'm glad it made you feel better, but did you think about going outside at all and throwing it against the ground or
I'll
up and...
fix the wall. I know how to spackle. Besides, I've been wanting to paint this room again anyway.
We just had to paint it.
2 years ago.
I got my hair cut and colored, and I bought some cute new outfits. Meg has a good camera, so she's gonna take some pics of me to use on dating apps.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
It's so weird to be single again. Lately, I haven't been able to sleep because I'm just excited.
Did you know anytime you see a celebrity with fabulous mermaid waves, it's actually hair extensions?
What?
One day I'm going to get hair extensions. They'll be really expensive. They'll never be exactly right. And I'll complain about them a lot. Actually, I don't want hair extensions. It's like Fran Lebowitz says about plastic surgery. It's the burden of the rich. But I would like to repaint this bedroom.
You always want change, huh?
You always want things to stay the same. Look, I've been with the same person for 15 years, and that's great. But I do need change in some part of my life, and I don't think it's a big deal to want to repaint the bedroom occasionally.
Are you stressed about the show?
Yeah. I just hope we make something good.
On set, it seems like you're not attracted to me.
I am.
You don't act like it.
God, I hope not.
So, what have you been up to?
I'm trying to think of how to summarize the last 2 decades.
You look good.
No, you do.
Oh, I don't really look like this. Recently, I've gained some weight and I've started losing my hair.
I don't care about that stuff. I just remember you the way you used to be.
So when we were on set today, did I hear you talking about The Bachelorette?
I'm obsessed. Is that a problem?
I wish I didn't care.
Let's pretend I only watch documentaries.
Well, this whole thing is pretend. There has to be some grain of truth or reality.
Remember how we all went to Catherine's parents' farm for senior skip day?
Yeah,
And everyone got wasted and we all played strip poker in the barn.
that was one of the best nights of my life.
And you and I almost made out.
Why didn't we?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. That's because you only dated football players.
I read a book recently.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it was so good. It was about magical thinking.
Oh, the Joan Didion book.
No. It was about how if you think positively enough, often enough, you can manifest everything you dream of.
So, every person who's successful now never had negative thoughts while they were working their way up?
I'm not sure.
I wanted to sleep and now I'm having a panic attack.
So, how are you?
Good.
It seems like your focus on success is making you unhappy.
You think?
Look, I'm a nice, sweet person.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'll see you at work.
Okay. I'm gonna look really hot tomorrow.
Great. What'd you do today?
Wasted time online.
How much time do you spend on Facebook?
Too much.
What do you get out of it?
I miss my friends from high school.
You don't even have anything in common with them.
Oh, except childhood.
Okay. That's a bit dramatic.
It is dramatic. Growing up with a group of people, it's your personal history, your formative years.
Well, I just think at a certain point, at a certain age, you move past that.
Or is it more important than ever? Those memories, who you were then. Like, I can't decide if I'm a completely different person now or if I'm basically the same.
I have no desire to be on Facebook.
You're not a sentimental person. You're not nostalgic.
I am about some things.
You seemed happy to see everybody at your 20-year reunion. You were happy to see Shannon.
It was nice to see her. It was nice to see everyone. I like people.
Yeah, but I want to see everybody from my class. Get them all together and just hang out for hours. Really catch up.
Yeah, I don't need to do that.
Maybe you don't care about being on Facebook because you're interested in your life. You're engaged in what you're doing.
You're not interested in your life? Hey. Stop breaking the law, asshole.
Liar, liar.
From where does the power come? To see the race to its end.
Chariots of fire. You want us to give back the money?
Lost in America. I've got the hair. I've got the eyes.
Peggy Sue got married.
Oh, I'm trying to cooperate.
Fargo.
Michael is a very tall man. You want a hint?
No. All that jazz?
Perfect. Look, I'm sorry. I don't do this. I never do that.
I don't care. I can't believe you lied about it. You know what I mean? I do care. Why are you staying up looking at pictures of a half-naked
It's
model?
stupid. The one time I do that,
And it was so weird how you covered up that you were looking at it. You totally lied.
I know. I'm sorry. I screwed up.
Who even is she?
She's just like a swimsuit model.
Would it bother you if I stayed up late looking at pictures of naked guys online?
Of course it would.
You know, you don't have to worry about that because I don't want to look at pictures of strangers' penises. Everyone knows that men love beauty, so it's just accepted that you get to look at pictures of women online. But I would argue that you're going outside the relationship for something, and it could get weird, like where you just shut down emotionally.
No, Kim. I was just on autopilot, okay? Randomly clicking through things without even thinking about it. That's all that was.
Why don't you just look at pictures of women openly then? I mean, why hide it? Maybe while I'm cooking you dinner, you could just be sitting at the table surfing the net for pictures of naked women.
I would never do that to you.
Doing it behind my back doesn't protect me, it protects you. If you're going to keep doing it, you should tell me. I want to know if that's our arrangement, so that I'll feel free to do what I want to do.
Well, you already are doing what you want to do.
What does that even mean?
You're talking to all those guys on Facebook.
They're just friends.
Okay, well, a lot of them want to be more than just friends.
They're just curious about my life. They just want to catch up.
No. Don't defend them, okay? I hate when you defend them.
What's depressing is that no one can be trusted. You have your own inner life. And I don't know what you're really thinking or what you do with your private time.
Well, I could say the same thing about you. Kim, you can trust me. That was rough.
Yeah. We should write an episode about this.
I'm gonna be embarrassed to tell you about it at work tomorrow. Maybe I won't.
Oh, come on. We talk about everything.
You think I'm a jerk?
No. I am a little disappointed, though. I thought y'all had a great marriage.
We do. This is not a big deal. All men do it.
So the problem is that you got caught?
I don't know.
Actually, I can think of a few married men I know who, nice guys, really sweet, they probably don't look at pictures of naked women online.
So you think I'm not a good man?
No, of course you're a good man. It's just, there's a continuum, you know?
So I'm not the worst, but I'm not the best.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably loads of women who would shrug this off. They're the type who are not in love with their husbands and are like, whatever keeps them off my back.
Yeah, but it's not like she caught me masturbating the pictures of women.
You think that's worse?
Yeah, you don't? There's a big leap between looking at pictures and masturbating to them.
Why?
Because you're having sexual thoughts about another woman.
Aren't you having sexual thoughts when you're looking at the pictures? I mean, you can have sexual thoughts about a person without looking at pictures of them.
This is a whole can of worms. I just think that masturbating the pictures of women is worse.
Look, if I'm dating someone, I don't want them doing any of this stuff. But I think the question is it unreasonable for men to expect to be able to look at pictures of naked women? Or is it unreasonable for women to expect them not to?
Yes, I think that it's...
Oh, you know, see, this is why I hate dating, by the way. I mean, it's like you meet this guy, he seems nice, he's sweet, and then you find out he has this whole secret life.
Women have secret lives.
Yeah, but men's habits are always darker.
What's the worst thing you do that no one knows about?
I got nothing to hide. No, seriously, I could run for political office.
Okay.
Okay, fine. If I'm reaching. So, if I'm jealous of a person or lightly stalking them, I go online and look up their real estate records to see how much they paid for their house.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. So, you look at pictures of naked women online.
Sometimes I'm bored, or I'm frustrated, or I need variety. It's not cheating. The hawk was right there between the chairs. It was huge.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, look at the hummingbird. You see it right there?
I see it.
Yeah. I love how birds are busy doing their own thing. They just go about their lives with no interest in us.
Yeah, I love that. It is gross how much we ate this weekend.
What if you could go to jail for gluttony? Our friends would be like, what happened to Marc and Kim? Well, they went to prison because of 4th of July weekend.
A big part of marriage is overeating together. Everyone would be in jail with us.
Yeah.
You know how they say you should, like, move your body for 20 minutes every day?
Yeah.
This always sounds appealing to me, you know? Like, I do my workout, but it's tedious. Like, moving your body for 20 minutes a day, that just sounds fun. You could just do whatever. And they say it reduces your chance of getting cancer.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm going to move my body for 20 minutes.
Okay.
You're going to do it with me?
Sure. Up for...
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
So where do you live in Philly?
East Falls.
How is it?
That's great. There's cool stuff to do. It's easy to meet up with friends. There's a sense of community.
The only time I feel a sense of community in LA is when we're greeted warmly by waiters at our favorite restaurants.
You don't have to live here.
No, I do. So, how'd it go today?
We just kept getting a bunch of stupid notes. And the premise of the show, I just wish it were one of me and Alex's ideas. I mean, we've written a ton of great pilots. Everyone loves the Austin pilot. I just don't know why our agents haven't tried to get it set up somewhere yet.
I think it has to come from you. You have to tell them, this is the script we want to make.
We've done that.
You've never said, we are going to lie down in traffic until you help us get this script set up somewhere.
Can't do that. You don't just...
Then you have to make it happen yourself, with or without their help. Shoot it yourself. We could go to Philly. You could shoot at friends' houses, local places.
Kim, if I say no to jobs here so I can make something myself, we wouldn't be able to keep this house.
Okay, but...
Look, everything we have, we bought with the money that I make from taking jobs that I don't always want to take.
I know. So let's not let an attachment to material possessions stop you from fulfilling your dreams.
Oh, come on. Kim, you say that. But if we had to move out and move into a one-bedroom apartment, or God forbid, move back home with one of our parents, you would hate me. You would divorce me so fast.
No, I wouldn't. But you might resent me for talking you into quitting your job. But I mean, I could go to Philly.
What? Why would you go to Philly?
I don't know. That makes no sense.
Look, it doesn't matter. We just got to get a hold of ourselves here. We don't have to go to such extreme measures. Look, I am not miserable. I just want to one day be able to make one of my pilots, and that day's going to come. I just need to be patient. That's it.
I need to get a job. I thought when my book was published, maybe I would get an advance to write my next one, but that isn't happening.
You already have a job. You're a writer.
At a certain point, you have to ask yourself if you're really on the right path. I mean, clearly... You know what? I'm not on this path anymore. Fuck this path. I'm going to do something else.
Start your next book.
I'm not writing another book. It'd be stupid to write another one.
No. It's not stupid. You're a writer. You're good at it.
Even if I am, does it matter if no one reads what I write?
You have a bunch of subscribers on your blog.
It's all friends and family. There are writers with tens of thousands of subscribers. Although supposedly no one's even reading blogs anymore. It's all about Instagram now.
Okay, whatever. You don't stop expressing yourself just because there's no audience.
It used to be I would have agreed with you. But now that I've been doing this for so long, You know what I'm trying to accept right now? There may not be a happy ending. I might never be successful.
Mm-mm. You will be successful. You already are successful.
You're amazing. I don't deserve you. So which one was this?
The fireman. Super hot.
Ooh, so you finally hooked up. What happened?
It was a bust. I gave him a hand job just to get him out of my house.
If you didn't want to, you shouldn't have. Would you want your daughters doing that?
God, no. I shouldn't have done it. He asked me why I wasn't letting him do anything for me. It's because when we were making out, the way he was touching me, I could tell he didn't know what he was doing. But here's something. You know how penises are usually not that attractive?
Yeah.
His was. It was actually beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, it looked like it was airbrushed. His whole body was just sort of golden.
Wow.
I think another reason he looked good down there was because he was well groomed. His hair was trimmed.
Marc trims his hair.
Of course he does, because he gives a shit. John never did anything to maintain his hair down there. It was disgusting.
Ugh. So you gave him a hand job. Did you use any kind of lubricant or...
He finished himself off. He did something I've never seen before. He spit in his hand for lube.
Oh. So he's adept at getting himself off.
But not women.
Maybe this is an argument for dating older men.
No. They want to date 26-year-olds.
Of course they do. Another thing about getting older is I find myself thinking about the big picture more. Often, like, I'm looking at our life from a distance and I see where we are on the continuum.
Yeah, I know we have time left, but it no longer seems infinite.
And soon the pretty years will be over. Or maybe they already are. When I think about how the rest of our life is going to go, I feel like there may not be a lot of surprises left. Or there will be surprises, but they won't be good ones.
There will be good surprises. A lot of cool stuff might happen.
What's weird is that even if I think about the good stuff that might happen, I don't feel excited.
You know, one of the actresses on our show read a good book about thinking positive. I'll find out the name of it and get it for you.
You don't find pessimism attractive? So, how was the notes meeting today? Tell me they raved about the script.
No, they went right in the notes. They had no compliments, nothing positive to say.
Bullshit.
I kept wanting to say, hey, have you seen the shows on your network? Because they all suck.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you smiling?
Oh, I'm just doing this thing from that book on positivity you got me. Go ahead. Tell me more about your day.
Okay. So we're shooting this episode where Brittany's older brother comes over, and he's talking about his womanizing and basically being a dick. And they say, hey, Brittany's not being sweet enough to him in this scene. Can she, like, make him a sandwich or something?
Wow, that's annoying.
Wait, what are you doing? Why are you smiling?
Oh, I'm faking it till I make it. Just the physical act of smiling causes serotonin to be released.
Well, it's freaking me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Too much?
Dinner was so good. Thank you. I'm sorry I've been working so late.
No, I'm sorry you're having to. So Lisa is going on 1,000,000 dates. She's like the belle of the ball on all of these dating apps. You know how she had gained weight over the past couple of years because her marriage was so miserable?
I bet she loses it now.
She already has.
Of course.
She said when she dropped the kids off at John's this weekend, he looks slimmer too.
Yeah, they're on the market now. They have to look good. It's amazing what people can accomplish when they're motivated.
She said some of her girlfriends who are divorced have told her that guys in their 20s and 30s like dating older divorced women because a lot of them want to have sex with no strings attached. They've already been married. They already have kids.
Are you jealous of Lisa?
No. No.
Because she gets a date?
Yeah, but whom? By the time you're our age, people have developed some seriously scary habits.
So what'd you do today?
I read an article in the LA Times.
Well, that's something.
It was about people who are obsessed with opera.
Yeah?
Yeah, they hang out on these websites devoted to opera news and gossip. And there's this contingent of opera lovers called opera hoppers. They fly all over the world just to see performances they're interested in. And these are not just rich people. We're talking about secretaries who love opera and save up all their money to go to Italy or wherever.
That's cool.
What blew me away is that there are people out there pursuing some passion of theirs full force. I mean, instead of doing something stupid like having an affair just because they feel empty or sad or uninspired, they're taking this passion that could be put toward blowing up their life, and they're doing something positive with it.
Is there, do you think it's possible that you're going through a midlife crisis?
I think I'm too young?
Well, it seems like you're going through something.
I think I'm okay.
Well, you might not be the best judge. Maybe the person that's in it isn't able to see what's happening. Kim, I'm just concerned that you're going to do something you might regret. You're not thinking about having an affair, are you?
No, Mark. I would never do anything to hurt you. Hey, even if you have a really cynical view, like say that people are ultimately self-centered and do what they want, I'm not going to do something that goes against my own best interest. And it's in my own best interest to protect this relationship.
Okay.
I love you.
Hey.
Hi. I read the pages you wrote today.
Yeah?
So good. So funny. I was cracking up at everything.
Really?
Yeah. Of all the writers we know, you are by far the best.
No.
Yeah.
It's been so long since you given me a compliment, you know? You're usually so good about it.
Everyone wants recognition and praise.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
It's a vision board.
A vision of the future, or
I don't know. I guess it just represents what I want.
it's all 80s?
Yeah.
The 1980s.
Yes.
Well, like, how is this a vision for the future?
I knew you wouldn't understand.
Well, I'm trying.
I don't know. Maybe it's not a vision board exactly. It's just, I'm really into the 80s right now. It's one of my passions. I just want to immerse myself in it.
Writing is one of your passions?
I appreciate your encouraging me to write. But right now, I just want to think about things that make me feel good.
Wow.
I knew she was into him.
She was flirting, right?
Yeah, 95% sure.
1,000%.
I'm really impressed you resisted.
I mean, was it hard?
Of course it was. Look at him. It was the hardest thing he's ever done. I mean, a part of him died when he sent that boring, stupid text.
Nah.
Good man.
It's hard being an adult.
You know, you should have let us pitch your response, because I could have come up with a way to say no and yes at the same time.
What he said was perfect.
Why deny yourself what would obviously be an incredible pleasure?
Because some things are worth sacrificing for. Like the love of an honest and loyal person.
Yeah, instead of hooking up with randos.
Well, if Brittany's a rando, sign me up.
Okay, well, I need this job to last for years.
Yeah.
Okay. So how you handle this is critically important.
Our careers are on the line here.
I think what they're saying is don't shit where you eat.
He's not gonna cheat.
I love Kim. I'm in love with Kim. I'm not buying you an IROC.
Mark, they're so affordable compared to a new car. You can get one that's in great shape for like nothing.
But up until today, you wanted a new Volvo.
All the reviews say the new Volvo is a very staid ride. Not exciting to drive. Solid, but dull.
For 9 years, you've been driving a Volvo and loved it. So much so that you've been wanting another one up until today.
I did love it. But now that I've been getting in touch with what I really want...
You know what? It makes me really uncomfortable the way your opinion about something can change so completely.
Hey. I hear what you're saying. But my opinion of you has never changed. Hey. That will always stay the same.
You've been talking about getting a new Volvo for months, and now all of a sudden it's dead to you? Now you randomly want to buy a car that represents what was cool in the 80s? Like, what is your obsession with the 80s?
It just seems like such a fun time. I had the 90s. The 90s sucked.
Yeah, the 80s were way better.
Diana's best friend had an IROC, and they let me ride around with them.
Yeah, but it's like that song. You can't put your arms around a memory.
Who sang that?
Johnny Thunders. He was in the New York Dolls. I just feel like you're gonna screw me over someday.
How can you say that? We've been together forever.
Yeah, maybe too long.
Too long for me or for you?
Well, not for me. I'm happy.
So am I. I mean, except for not knowing why I'm alive.
Well, maybe you should see someone.
I don't need a therapist. I need an IROC. I mean, come on. Spend $200 an hour just to tell someone about how I spent 7 years writing a book. And it nearly killed me, and it was published, and I thought that was the holy grail. But it turns out what you really want is for people to actually read it.
Come on. Jonathan Franzen wrote a whole thing about this. About how people don't read challenging fiction anymore. So what else do you do besides look at cars online?
I watched Valley Girl. What? That's not new to you. You know it's my favorite movie and always has been. Why are you mad?
I'm not mad. I just feel like you're refusing to do what would make you happy, which is to start writing again.
I used to worry that there wasn't enough time to write all the books I had ideas for. And now I can't think of one single idea. It's like I have nothing to say. The only thing I can think of is, hey, you know how we're all addicted to our phones? Doesn't that suck?
I'm sure you could come up with ideas if you tried. You just have to get back into it. What?
This is from Malcolm Gladwell. He wrote this about his running in a cross-country race when he was young. I had done what everyone always says you were supposed to do as a human being. I had given it my all. And I realized that what everyone says you should always do was so painful that I never wanted to do it again. We should have sex.
I wish you wouldn't always use the word should.
Oh my gosh. You're right. I'm sorry. I don't always say should. It's just that lately.
If you're not up for it, that's fine.
I'm up for it.
All right, let's do it.
Great.
Hi, I'm Fred. I like tacos and 71 Cabernet. My favorite color is magenta.
What? No, I'm just in the middle of something. Supposedly, you should never go into a meeting without knowing what you want.
No, it's not that type of meeting. They just want to celebrate the show starting production.
Oh, that's nice.
Kim, they're not going to help us get one of our scripts set up when we're already on a show.
It took months for this show to start. If they sell one of your scripts, maybe that'll take months to get going too, and the timing would work out.
They don't want to do the work, okay? They're thrilled that we're on a job, so they don't have to do anything. In fact, I'm sure they're going to push some of their clients on us, try to pressure us into hiring them.
You could ask them to send out your movie script.
They didn't respond to it, remember?
They don't have to respond to it. They have to sell it.
Yeah, but then they'll say it's hard for them to sell it if they don't love it.
It's hard for you to work on shows you don't love, but you do it, and they take 10% of your salary.
Okay. I'll tell them to put out our movie script. You're right. They suck.
Don't do it for my sake. I mean, if you want this celebratory dinner to be all about their agenda, foisting their other clients on you, if you can't ask for what you want...
Okay. You know what I want? You know what I want? I want to know what you did today. What'd you do?
This is embarrassing, but I did nothing.
Did you watch Valley Grow again?
Yeah. When I'm watching it, it's like when you're sleeping and you're having this really good dream and you just don't want to wake up.
Do I need to cancel dinner?
Why?
Because I'm concerned about you.
I'm fine.
Can I ask you a question? What is so terrible about our life that you need to escape it by watching Valley Girl over and over?
Nothing. I'm very grateful for our life. And I know I'm out of integrity, you know, not being productive during the day when you're out working hard. I know.
It's okay. So what's happening with Lisa?
She's in love. She says he's the type of guy everybody loves. They go to dinner parties at his friends' houses, and everybody's really nice and interesting, and they tailgate at football games, and she's buying lingerie, and they have sex for like 10 hours straight.
Good for her.
Yeah. She deserves it. I'm happy for her.
Me too. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Okay, I gotta go. No more Valley Girl. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
How'd it go?
Oh, great. They're gonna send out our pilots and the movie script. They didn't even remember the way they reacted. They were like, oh, yeah, we love that script. I don't know. So what'd you do tonight?
There's all this excitement on Facebook.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Tommy Clements changed his relationship status from married to single.
No way.
It's a big deal, Mark. All of us girls were DMing each other. It was so fun.
Why?
Because it was like we were in high school again. Except instead of passing notes...
No, I mean, why were you DMing each other?
Because everybody in my class loved Tommy.
Oh, okay.
And now he's available. Somebody is going to get to marry him. And there are a few really interesting candidates.
Like who?
Remember Heather Hampton? She's gorgeous and she's single now, too.
Yeah, but she had like 5 kids.
Tommy has 4.
Jesus, really?
I wonder why his wife divorced him.
Why do you think she divorced him?
Men never initiate divorce, even if they're miserable.
Yeah, they just have affairs, right?
Practically the only time men initiate divorce is if the woman they're cheating with pushes them to do it. Did you get dessert tonight?
I did not. Why?
Do you want me to bake you some chocolate chip cookies?
you were sleeping. I'm not gonna.
I already made the dough. I don't mind.
I should say no. That's crazy.
It'll take 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Do you know you're the best human on the planet? That's amazing. You gonna do that? You're the best. Oh my God.
I can't believe you're getting divorced.
Yeah. But you and Mark, you guys have been together for what, like?
15 years.
Wow. So what's the secret to a happy marriage?
You have to like talking to each other. Obviously, you have to find each other physically attractive too. But I think that's what keeps the physical attraction alive. You know, if you like talking to each other.
So you like talking to Mark?
Yeah.
Then why are you talking to me?
Is that your high school yearbook?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at it? You didn't get enough of everyone on Facebook?
I miss the young version of everyone. Who we were then. How was work?
Hell. Everything's a battle with those people.
How's the lead actress doing? Brittany?
Good. She's funny.
Oh. Has she been flirting with you?
No.
Is she being overly solicitous? Cozy? Buddy-buddy?
No.
Covertly seductive? Overtly seductive? Super cute and charming?
Hey, you have nothing to worry about.
She knows you're married. She met me at the first taping. Oh, I want to kill her. But I would never do that.
Well, that's a relief.
Because I'm terrified of prison. How'd the taping go?
Good. How's your day?
Heather Hampton and Tommy Clements went on a date, but there was no chemistry.
I wish I could take you out on a real date. I'd drive over to your place and take you to dinner and a movie.
Or I could make a great meal for you.
You cook?
So you never think about moving back to Philly?
No.
I know you can't move back because of your work.
Well, we can't move back.
Right. But sometimes, you know, I think it'd be cool to live there again. I mean, most people settle down where they grew up. There must be a reason for that. I mean, even famous people return to where they grew up. Like Bruce Springsteen lives in New Jersey and John Bon Jovi. Maybe it's healing.
Yeah, I'm sure it is cathartic to buy a mansion and a horse farm right next to where you grew up struggling and broke. But we wouldn't be doing that.
In this book, they talk about how there is no easy street. There's never a point at which you can just coast indefinitely.
That's depressing.
Well, it makes sense if you think about it. I mean, it's one thing to take a well-earned vacation or enjoy some downtime. But if all you did was lie around on a beach forever...
It would stop being enjoyable.
There's some quote about how you're happiest when you're growing.
Which involves pain, discomfort.
Just acknowledging that makes it more bearable. Not writing these past few months has been painful, but not in a good way. And now I have nothing to show for my time. Not even a lame draft of some chapters or anything.
Yeah, you could argue it's better to create stuff and be disappointed by the results than to not create anything at all and be depressed.
Yeah. I don't know what your interests are or what you care about, really. I mean, other than the random stuff you post on Facebook. So it's hard for me to make up conversation for you. I don't know what you'd say or what you'd talk to me about, you know?
Then let's not talk.
Okay.
So what'd you do today?
Nothing. I got this from the LA Times today. It's from the music critic Randall Roberts. Nostalgia, by definition, seldom moves a person forward and rarely satisfies in the long run. I just wish I could talk to you, you know? I'm sure if we met up in real life, it'd be so great.
Maybe. So, how are you? You look good. You don't have to live here. Why didn't we? That was one of the best nights of my life. There's a sense of community. You cook. On a real date. Then why are you talking to me? So what's the secret to a happy marriage?
You know how people point out that marriage was invented at a time when people didn't have a very long life expectancy? Like it's a social construct that's maybe an unrealistic ideal, now that the average life expectancy is 86 years old.
Yeah.
I just mean, is it natural to be in closed captivity with one person for the majority of your life?
If you love that person, if you feel like they're the one that's most suited for you.
But do you think conventionality and fear cause two people to stay together for decades? I mean, at a certain point, you know, it's so familiar. You know so much about each other. You know what the other person's going to say.
Well, I don't always know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Actually, I don't always know what you're going to say either. You're an interesting person. But we know each other so well. We've had a lot of great years, and it's like you could say, all right, we're really good together. We're very compatible, and we've had a great run, but now maybe we should just, you know, go have new experiences, you know?
What are you saying?
I just wonder if we're staying together because it's familiar and comfortable, and because we're afraid.
Well, partly, yes, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But just because something is new and different doesn't necessarily mean that it's better.
Oh, I know. I know.
What are you getting at?
I don't know.
It's sunny 365 days a year. There's palm trees right outside our front door. It's a paradise here. Yet you've been talking about moving back to Philly. And now you're questioning the institution of marriage. Because what? What, you want a shot at Tommy Clements or something? Seriously? You really want to go out with this guy?
I miss him.
You miss him? Why do you miss him?
Because he was a nice person and we were friends. I feel so nostalgic.
You don't even have anything in common with this guy. Have you been talking to him?
No.
Are you talking to him on Facebook?
No.
But you want to. Does he even know anything about what you're doing here? Does he know you're a writer?
I don't know. Probably not.
I got news for you. This guy doesn't give a shit about anything you care about. He's not gonna read your book. He probably hasn't cracked a book since college. But for some reason, you can't stop thinking about moving back home so you can what? Date him? Marry him? What? Holy shit. Oh, man. What is happening, Kim? Why are you not responding to me? I mean, you can't be in love with this guy. You don't even know him anymore, and even if you did, how could you possibly have anything in common with him? Kim, what is happening? Talk to me, please. Is this whole thing, is it because of Lisa? Because you see her dating now and she's fallen in love with that guy? I'm supportive. I'm working my ass off for you. I'm doing everything that I possibly can, but I can't compete with your high school memories. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is happening. Say something. Will you say something? You are breaking my fucking heart.
Every day, I get online and look at stupid shit for hours. And I can't stop myself. And everybody back home, they don't care that my book's not a success. They don't care if I make it or not. They accept me for me.
I accept you for you.
I know. But in high school, my dreams hadn't been crushed yet. I don't even know what my dreams were back then. But now, here, I am constantly reminded of everything I haven't achieved. The only thing I care about is writing.
Then write.
Okay. At first, when I would think about you, I'd get this buzz, like this jolt of excitement. And now there's absolutely no novelty or thrill, just the misery of addiction.
I'm sorry.
I'm tired of these weak conversations we have. It's so frustrating.
Why can't you just make up interesting conversation for me then?
That's of no value to me. I want to know what you'd say for real in real life. That would be interesting to know.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Could you just go, please?
Then why are you always looking at it?
Because I'm always getting texts.
From who? How do I know it's not Tommy?
Because I wouldn't do that to you.
Then who the hell's texting you all the time?
It's just Lisa. But you know what? You're the one always looking at your phone. In fact, anytime I walk into the room, you act guilty. You suddenly lower it.
Yeah, that's because I'm looking at sports shit.
Not text from the actress, from Brittany?
No.
You know what I keep thinking about? You forgave me pretty easily
For almost leaving me for Tommy?
I mean, you've forgiven me pretty darn easily.
What are you getting at?
I think it's because you related to what I was going through. Maybe you think about Shannon sometimes? I mean, you went out with her for 2 years. You lost your virginity to her. Surely you think about her sometimes.
No, I do not think about her at all.
You know what the difference between us is? I'm honest about what I'm going through and you're not.
No, the difference between us is I can handle upsetting truths and you cannot.
He's hot, and he is your favorite person to be with. How many people can say that after so many years? There's no better man. Who else is better? There's no one. You are completely compatible. Remember that time you were driving over the canyon, and he was driving the opposite way, and when he drove past you and you saw his car, your heart skipped a beat. It literally skipped a beat.
Kim, you threw it away because you couldn't stop looking at it.
No, I just thought, what? Keep it around.
It's a high school yearbook. Why would you throw it away?
Okay, yes, I didn't want to keep looking at it, but not because...
Yeah, because of Tommy. That's why.
No.
Yes, it is, because you couldn't stop looking at him.
No, I told you. It's because I'm nostalgic.
That's bullshit.
But I'm not looking back anymore, okay? I have a plan.
A plan?
Yeah, a plan. For getting more grounded in the here and now. For reconnecting. It'll promote intimacy and foster goodwill.
What is it? What's the plan?
We have sex or do something sexual every night.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's a plan.
Do you want to have sex like they do in The Notebook? Up. See how he's holding her arm up against the wall? It's sexy if a nice guy's doing that, but understandably, most nice guys don't.
No, there's his hand right there.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah, that was good.
Ow. Wait, she's higher.
This is it.
Ryan's hand was down, yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. She's shorter.
I thought you wanted to paint the room a different color.
Well, I know you like it this shade. And when I started thinking about other colors, there was nothing I could think of that I'd like better, that I wouldn't get sick of, you know? Remember the first time you asked me out? You stopped me in the hallway. You seemed nervous.
Yeah.
That was a great day. It turns out, I'm in the desert.
Yeah?
Yeah. Everyone who has a dream or a goal spends time in the desert. Sometimes years and years.
Am I in the desert too?
You've attained one of your original big goals, having a show. But since there's more you want to do, I guess you're still in the desert.
And what happens in the desert?
It's filled with uncertainty and danger. Lots of obstacles come up, and you don't know if you're going to make it. You want to turn back, give up your goal. Anytime you have a chance at something easier, you want to settle for that?
But you shouldn't.
No, you have to keep going.
So, what's happening with Lisa and her insurance guy?
It didn't work out.
Really? They were crazy about each other. Having sex for 10 hours and...
I know. It's hard to find the real thing.
Hey, did you see that post from Tommy Clemens on Facebook?
No.
He announced his engagement.
What? How could he already be engaged?
To some woman he met at the gym.
At the gym?
He proposed to her at a jam band music festival.
Jam band? Thank God.
For what?
I'm really grateful for Marc. I always enjoyed sex, but it was a little bit like going to church. I never felt like going, but afterward I was glad I did. But now that we've made it a nightly thing, I look forward to it. I mean, who wouldn't want to feel good every night, you know?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. I know what I'm going to write next.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. For some reason, I haven't been able to get invested in any of the plot lines I've thought of. I don't want to make anything up right now. I just want to write what I know.
So, nonfiction?
Mm-hmm.
What's the topic?
How to have a good marriage.